Okay. Shalom Aleichem. Taflam and Gimel, Hilchos Pesach. Say Mamish get schus of learning Torah Lishma during Hilchos Pesach before Hashanah. Let's go through it. So up to Taflam and Gimel Tiv Zayin. The Chor Ben Yehudi Lechavero. Let's say there's a hole between the two walls. Ko Echad Bodik Al Makom Sheyano Gas. They have to only, they only have to check until where their hand reaches. Let's say it's obviously if it's like a, big, very thick wall, and there's a hole, there's a hole going through, and they can, only as far as they have to reach, or if it's too narrow at some point. Nashar mevato belibo v'dayo. And whatever's left, you can't get to, it's almost, mevato belibo. V'shaben Yehudi le'nei Yehudi ein tzarich dika klal. Don't worry about it. Shemen yomer shafim hu asa li'v'nimtza bali de sakana. Because they used to be very superstitious, and if they see him checking with a nair and sticking his hand in, I don't know, he's like, what do you do? And used to be could be quite dangerous. But nowadays, I don't know. It's not, in this whole situation, it's not so common. But if there's some reason why a person would be concerned about some sort of sakana of doing the Bedikas, then you have to think about it. A wall where you store chametz in the holes. V'nafal, and chametz was there. V'nafal, and then the wall collapsed. V'nase gal, and it turned into a big pile of rubble. Afilo ein gvor gimel tfachim, even if it's just a small pile. Kedei chafishas hakelev, ein tzarich livov tachtav. Even if it's less than gimel tfachim, which is a shear. It's not talking about loved over here. That we're talking about chafishas hakelev, that a kelev can smell the food. Up to gimel tfachim, he can smell food. Otherwise, he can't smell it. So then, even if it's less than that, ein tzarich livov tachtav. Nimin sheyesh bo sakanas akrav shemetzuyim begalim chashin shema achri sheyishalim b'dikasoi. We're worried about if you have some rubble over there, so maybe a scorpion's going to take up residence there, and after you took looked for the chametz, because we say that shluchei mitzvah ain't nizokim. Now again, they say that we're only talking about a case where you were not sure there's an akrav there, but in the case where there's a scorpion living there, then even shluchei mitzvah doesn't necessarily have have protection. And protection by suffix sakana. Vare sakana shluchei mitzvah. They don't necessarily have the same protection. And if you chapis acher machat, then you're going to look for, you drop something in the machat. Shneva lo b'yover de sakana, because you're going to start looking, and you start looking more, and you don't have the mitzvah to protect you, and the scorpion will attack you. Ani really bestam. Although you do a shishtach of chametz, if you know there's definitely chametz there, right? This is the thing. This is a wall, a place. Let's say it's a closet, right? Where you keep chametz in the closet, and the closet, broke apart, fell down, right? So you generally keep chametz there. You don't know if it was chametz or not chametz. You use it to put chametz there sometimes. I don't know, whatever. So then that's what we're talking about. The if it's less than gimel tfachim, then you don't have to look for it. If you know for sure there was a loaf of bread there, if it's not gimel tfachim on top, you gotta dig it up. As long as obviously there's no sakanas, no snakes, things like that. A couple of nekudas over here, Mr. Burr says, point out that if it's a gal gadol, if you're talking, you're talking about, if house collapses, right? So then you don't have to, again, you can vata belibo, and it's considered avudim in a kol adam. Then you don't even have, then already, even after Pesach, you'd be allowed to eat this chametz if the house was, if they took away the rubble and you found a loaf of bread, you'd even be allowed to eat it. Mashein kain, and if it's just mevatel it, then that's just, it wouldn't be chametz al Pesach, then it wouldn't necessarily be mutter. The question is, what's considered a gal? The shot with a gal is that you're honest, you can't check over there. So I was wondering if let's say a person's older, an elderly person, 85-year-old, lived by himself, doesn't have anyone doing Bedikas Chametz for him, and he has a pile of clothing fell out of the closet on top of onto the floor. He doesn't have kaiches to pick it up. Person's sick, whatever. Yeah. Is that considered gal? If you're Indian, if it's honest for him, does he have to go ahead? Yes, he should try calling. But if he doesn't have anyone to call, whatever it is, if it's something or a guy's pashat, he has the flu. I don't know, whatever it is. Then his wife, his kid should do it. But if there's no one around, he doesn't have and he can't pick it up, so that's considered honest. He should mevatel. If at some point during Pesach, obviously he has more koiches or whatever. So that might be a different issue. But even if it's like a pile of clothing or something, he can't pick up, he can't whatever. So that might be considered a gal as well. Martev shemisa. Yes, that's the thing. That's like ad sharu magas. That's like the case of the chor. Okay, when we talk about before, if there's kids, if there's little kids, chametz can be everywhere. But if it's under a stove, under a fridge, if you can move it. Because there are shitas who hold you have to go ahead and you have to, try to, if it's only if it's a vulim and kol adam. But if you can go ahead and move it out, you should try to move it out. But are you chayiv to? If you can't, whatever reason, so then you ad sharu magas, it's wherever far down, the broom can go. But if it's something, let's say it's oven bolted into the wall or something, I don't know, you have to unscrew it. I don't think so. There's chumras and chumras, but chopanim, you wouldn't have to. If you have a cellar with a wine cellar with the stacks of barrels, it's all stuffed completely. You fill the bottom level, and then you put another layer of barrels until the ceiling. You only have to check the top row of wine. Then you only have to check the top. Okay, well, obviously if it goes very far back. No, we're talking about, let's say it's 2 or 3 barrels in. And you don't have to check the top layer, because that's where you'll be taking wine from. So maybe during the meal you have chametz, and you put a piece of chametz down. The top layer. And then you only have to check the front layer, and then only for the bottom, it says like this. It says, again, we're talking about 3 dimensions over here. The top row, below that, only the first layer, the second row down, only the first layer of barrels. A parochos.
The outermost layer.
Outermost layer.
Access,
this is the place you have access. The top one you have access to on the top one. You can't get down to the bottom. But again, it depends how far back it goes. If you're talking about it goes back 30 rows, fine. Here again, he's talking over there. You can reach back. The top one is 2. So let's say you'll have two rows of things. So you do the top layer, the full top layer of the 2 rows on top, and then you do the first row of going down the side. That's all, same thing. So those are the ones they have access to. You don't have to take everything out of the cellar. You only have to take the top barrels which are touching the ceiling or near the top. That's a Pesach. And one more, down towards the bottom. No one gets down. No one gets down there. There's no reason for chametz to be there. But again, if shuls and they have kids kids come for tkiyas and they have a big bag of bisli and I don't know whatever, and things like that, they come for Simchas Torah, or whatever shul, you can find biscuit and find snacks, it's pretzels, things like that. So then you have to check the shul. If it's an old man shul, no kids come, okay, that's something else, I don't know. I'm a Chabad Chedro Yud Gimel B'Nisan, someone who cleans his room, Yud Gimel B'Nisan, or 2 weeks before, or Hanukkah, like some women are knowing to start Hanukkah. I don't know, some people, I've heard this, someone buy a Tu B'Shvat already, their house is Pesach. I don't understand it, but that's how it is. This time actually I think only from Rosh Chodesh. And you're Chavana Livdoi Chametz, and you have Kavana when you're cleaning to go ahead and check for Chametz, Ulvaro, and these are Shalachach Nisham Ol Chametz, and now you would put aside a claim for Pesach. You still have to go ahead and check on Leil Yudal, do a Bedika in that room. Everyone has to clean the rooms before Bedika. So the thing is over here, again, the Shulchan asks, he says that, he asks, well, the minig ohelam is to go ahead and look around, okay, 5 minutes, did everything. He said, there's a samach on the fact that the wife, or the wife, whatever, clean for Pesach. So he says that, he says that you're kind, but he says it can be something, if there's a chazaka, that, it's just like a place, like, on the back of a martef or something like that, where there's no way Chametz got there. It's high, top shelf. You don't have to check over there. Chametz doesn't go there. I mean, it can have some weird onus, but it doesn't go there. You don't have to check over there. So too, if you go ahead and you clean a room 100%, and there's chazaka, and then no one goes in with Chametz, and the chazaka, that's Chametz free, so then you just do that cursory check, because you can rely on the chazaka that it's clean. Some say it could be it's kedai to go ahead that it's better to go ahead after you clean a room, to go ahead at that night, just to go around with a nair and check, and then you don't really have to, or just check the room, then you don't have to do a bedika on that room, on the Pesach, if it's, to save time and to save effort. I don't know about that. That thing, we're kind of not sure about that, but I have to look. It's like a real thing. I have to look it up.
So it's from what point?
30 days. Well, more than 30 days, I don't think it'll work. Only 30 days. We're gonna have later on about someone who leaves. If you're sure, right? If you're sure, let's say Svarim. So let's say no, people don't bring Svarim to the table, right? You have to check Svarim. Chazanish said you do, other person say you don't. Obviously, if you know you have a sefer, you sit and you learn Siyus Hashar or something, or Hilchos Shabbos, Shir Shabbos, by the table you're eating bread and stuff. Obviously, you have to check it. It's pashut. Then you have to be choshish other stuff. So I don't know. I mean, that's machlokes whether you have to check all the Svarim. Chazanish said, yeah. Other people said no. But Kolpanim, if you know you're marked with the whole year, I don't bring Svarim to the table. I don't think. I just don't. I don't like any dirty. I don't like whatever. So then that also could be like a chazaka. It's a makom shalom machnis chametz. But we're talking about a case of a place where let's say you clean the pantry out and you tape it up. So then that's what we're talking about. Something like that. And any pockets and things which you can't put, you sometimes put chametz in, like you'd be surprised. You're taking your kid out and they have a bag of pretzels and you turn around, they stuff it in your back pocket. You don't realize it. You do have to be careful. Whether you have to stick a nair into your pocket to check, only if it's shaykh. Obviously it's not, if his flashlight's better. The question, a couple other questions I had here is, what else someone who is gluten free? How much does he have to check and all his stuff? Is that like a makom she'em machnisin b'chametz? Yeah, he can't eat chametz, he can't eat anything. And again, if they don't have kids are kids. But if he doesn't have young kids, and so there's no reason to suspect that he put chametz in his pocket because he can't eat chametz. Like why would there be chametz in his pocket? or in the svarim, anything like that. So he'll eat over svarim, but it's crumbs. What's the crumbs? It's gluten free. So that would be like, there are situations that you could play around with, sort of, depending on the thing. So a quick joke, just about Bedikas Chametz. It says that there's a woman called the Rav on the Bedikas Chametz and says, my husband's looking for, it's like an hour, he can't find one of the pieces, what should we do? So the Rav says, listen, it's Chametz, I keep on looking. A couple hours later, he's flipping the whole house, he can't find it, what should we do? Nothing to do, it's Chametz Gomer, it's Varei Chametz, he keep on going. 2 a.m, she calls him up and says, Rebbe, we're so exhausted, he still can't find it, can we at least give him a hint?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, funny, whatever. Tafla Medalid. Achar Bedika Yizar B'Chametz. After Bedika, you should be careful with Chametz, Mishar, the Chametz that you found, or the 10 pieces, whatever it is, you sure you put it somewhere safe, you're going to come in the morning, where's the Chametz? Don't know, that's the problem, you have to start doing the whole Bedika. You know, Achbar B'fanav, or you have to be careful that a mouse doesn't take it, or a kid doesn't take it, or you only found 9. You don't know, you have a bag, you assume it, you don't have to check it, you assume everything's in there. Lo. If you put it in you put a bowl on top of it, and then you don't find the kli. Ein tzarech livdaik. You don't have to worry. Shavarai adam not lo lekach. That someone who took yichbe alav kli leno ba'avir chevateva machmish ein achbar yachalavo. Or if he took the kli and you don't see it, and you put it in the bag, you don't have to go ahead and to start searching everywhere, because someone obviously put it somewhere safe. You have to find out where it is, but you don't have to search the whole house. So unless it's a place for kids to get to, that's something else. You have to find it, but you don't have to start searching the whole, I'll do Bedikas Chametz all from the start. Achar Bedika miyad b'layli v'tlenu, you should do bittul b'yom kol chamir de'itzi b'shusi lo chazite v'lo bi'arte liftu l'havik after the ara. I think I didn't see, nor did I destroy. It should be batal. Hagav v'yomer habittul b'loshen shemevin, and the person should say bittul in loshen shemevin. If you don't understand the kol chamira, if you could say the kol chamira, it's loshen chazal, but they should really say it in English or whatever language you understand. If you say it in Hebrew, in Ivrit, you should be sure you put chametz v'saor. Chametz means everything, but if you say any of the lashon, then it means that you have to be sure you speak out, leavened bread or whatever it is. You should do it again. You should do it before you hit shashishis. And that's why, for instance, with Chalon Shabbos, so they're faced with Chalon Shabbos, that they have to be sure you do the bittul, you do another bittul on before, but when it hits, hits in the morning, you should say it on Shabbos. They should only do it after you burn the chametz. There's an inyan that you should of beer chametz of your chametz. So therefore, you shouldn't mevatel it until you finish. And during the day you say that which I saw and didn't see, and that which I destroyed and I didn't destroy. Meaning, even if it's something which I didn't get to, or for whatever reason it's a stronger bittul. Not just things I didn't know about, even things maybe I knew about. I'm being masquerade completely. She does what the bittul means, but I have no shaykhs to it, and even if I know about it, I see it's not over Bal Yirah. I have no shaykhs. Shlucho yachol levatel. A shliach is allowed to be mevatel. Right, someone's away, whatever it is. He calls. He says he can't speak, whatever it is. So he's allowed to go ahead and, in general, person now, someone else I can't mafka your things, but by Chametz, it's a schos, whatever the Chazal were makel, because there's a gilui, is a umdana, that a person would want this to be done. So therefore, it's gilu, he gave him reshus to go ahead and to go ahead and mevatel. He said there are some poskim who are machmir, but b'diavad, it's better to do that, and you should say chamsa shaploni. It could be. At least it works according to many days, not that. So the mashmalos of the Mishnah Berurah is that really that doesn't really work unless it's shasat chak. Other achronim could say differently. The Al-Chavan and the Chaber says straight that it does work. So it could be. No, what? Yeah, it's better. Yeah, no, if he appoints, it's better if he appoints. But let's say, he's not there. You vatal b'makom shehu. He should be vatal where he is. Let's say he can't. Let's say he doesn't. She should go ahead and she should do it, or someone else, because there's an umdana that a person you don't know where he is. The guy's gone. I have no idea. The house is sitting there. Yeah, whatever it is. He says Chafalif, and you. Yeah, so that's Zachin Shel B'Shelo B'Fanav. It's a shayla where Zachin works for.
The Mishnah doesn't mention the Tzara Mekel, does it?
Right. He doesn't. There are people. There are shittas who are makel. The Shemura seems to be machmer. He doesn't quote those shittas. Right, but the shaila is there an umdana? Is there the poskim discuss? Is there an umdana? The person wouldn't want a chametz. I said if he's really not from it, he's bedafka and he chametz on. You're right. Obviously, that doesn't work. But someone who doesn't know anything about they're traditional. They don't necessarily eat the bread. Yeah. He just doesn't know about it. So then that could be that there's welcome to a guy who's eating chametz on Pesach, and the Baal Tshuva's son goes ahead and sells his chametz or the vat of the chametz. What does it do? It's meaningless. But if someone who, whatever, he just doesn't know, or he's not around, whatever, so then that could, his wife can do it. Because it says his wife can do it. His wife doesn't own things. I'm not talking about a case where she owns half the stuff, or whatever. Then if she does it, that's it's better she does it. She shaykhs the stuff, but if she could do it, other people could do it also. She can't take his stuff because it's geneva for a woman just to take her husband's stuff. If in a very in the clear sense, a woman can't just take her husband, get stuck her husband's stuff, whatever. Where everything's blended. Most of the time nowadays, everything's blended together. It's not, it's into Ebenezer, the people that's on potatoes. But according to Shulchan Aruch, woman, husband has these things and the wife has it, and she can't take, whatever. So here it says she can mevatel it. So the chora that anyone can mevatel if there's no one else. I will stop here.